14 kilometers off the coast of Vilanculo in Mozambique lies the unspoiled island of Benguela. Situated in a marine national park, its pristine beaches and cobalt blue waters invite visitors to enjoy an idyllic escape. And it's here where a handful of Pat and Mandy Retzlaff's horses are now based. While most of the horses they moved from Zimbabwe still live on the mainland, the couple were enticed by these sandy shores.
We've got 6 left on the island, 4 of which are the original Zimbabwe horses that Pat and Mandy brought across, and 2 of which we've more recently rescued from Mozambique.
Having dreamed about starting a horse safari when they first arrived just over 10 years ago, Pat and Mandy are now able to maximize the stunning views and scenery.
We're very lucky here. We haven't got the competition. We try and, run a really high quality business. When you're on a horse, you're a little bit higher up and the views just become more stunning. And of course you can get to places where you couldn't walk to or a boat couldn't get to.
With a combination of wild coastline and quiet bays, riders from the horse safari as well as holidaymakers already staying on the island are able to make use of the unique environment.
We offer 2 main activities, the swimming with the horses, which is a bareback beach ride, and then we take the horses into the ocean, which is just such an incredible experience for the guests. And then we have the beautiful outrides in the saddle where we can explore. There's 30 kilometers of beaches and 2,500 hectares of island to ride on.
In 2017, almost 10,000 tourists visited the islands in the archipelago, and the horses provide an avenue through which to explore the landscape.
I think they've improved some aspects of tourism. Ours is one of the only activities that we can offer on land and show the guests the island. The rest of the activities are on the reef and on the water, so I think that's been really great for tourism. The horses love island life. Their work and exercise is important and their schooling and training, but they also get a lot of playtime on the beach, relaxing time, grazing. There's no fences on the island, so they have free range, really.
Back on the mainland, the quintessential beach life continues for the rest of the horses, with a ride to a local fishing village. When the couple first arrived, Mandy was encouraged to visit the late chief of the village, Eric, to talk about how the entire community could benefit from the horses.
So we got a group of people and we went out to the village, and Eric's wives, the wives used to do the food then, and so we ate matapa and all the traditional food and crab, and the guests just absolutely loved it, and the kids kept on coming up to see what we were doing, and that's basically how it started.
Today, the tradition continues with food still prepared by Eric's wife, Olinda Joaquim, who distinctly remembers her first impression of the animals.
I was a bit scared of the horses at the beginning, but now, with time, I've got used to the horses and I'm not scared anymore. I'm really happy with this work because it's what sustains our lives. On the days the horses come here, we are able to make an income.
More than a decade after arriving, Pat, Mandy and the horses have become part of the fabric of this coastal community. Suleiman Amuji, who was the local mayor when the Retzlaffs first arrived, has witnessed the change over time.
Not only in mainland, even in the islands, we know now we can see the community, they understand better the horses, they get the job for that thing, and they also now know how to use the horses, how to work with the tourism with the horses. So I think Mandy did a great work, and I believe she teach a lot at the community how to live with the horses.
You guys are great. I think they're all very tolerant now. I found now that if a horse escapes, then the villagers shout, horse, horse, or cavallo, cavallo, and, and then they alert everybody. I think we have a good relationship with our community. I'd like to think so anyway, but I feel they've got used to us now, and they're all very helpful.
Of the 104 original horses that journeyed from Zimbabwe to Mozambique, 16 remain. But the memory of those lost lives on in a book written by Mandy.
Well, I think they've saved us in the end, haven't they? They've given us a completely different life, and a life, that probably one could only really imagine. You get touched by Mozambique, and I wouldn't want to live anywhere else in the world. I honestly have stopped my horse at times and it's taken my breath away. It really has. So I think we're very, very privileged to be here, and that's thanks to the horses.
If you speak to anyone in the horse industry, they'll tell you you're mad if you make money out of horses. You'll never make money out of horses. It's the bond, it's this that keeps you going. We're not going to become millionaires with our horses, that's for sure. But it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to do and to be involved with. We're very lucky.
Life took an unexpected turn for Pat and Mandy. But despite facing incredible challenges and an entirely new life, theirs is a story of hope, change, and an unbreakable bond. A powerful bond not only between man and horse, but also between two people who refuse to give up.
Pat's carried us through it. I would have fallen in a heap long ago, but somehow he gets you to rise to the occasion. I think he's just the most positive person on the planet, and he just doesn't see sort of obstacles, he just doesn't see them in his way. He just sort of marches forward, and I guess we just march behind him.
I'm the crazy one, you might say, but I loved animals, and we got involved in it because of the politics, and Mandy supported me the whole time, which is, she could have dropped it and left and done all, but 100% support, which is amazing.